Hey, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds show brought to you by Underdog. Baseball playoffs are here, and Underdog makes every game more exciting. It's simple. Pick whether your favorite players go higher or lower on their stats. No rosters, no lineup headaches, just quick, fun picks. This week, I'm looking at Dodgers and Rockies, and I've got Freddie Freeman at higher than 1.5 total bases. The app makes it easy. I can lock in my plays in under a minute. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can play for as little as $1. Make every snap matter with Underdog. Jump in at UnderdogFantasy.com. That's UnderdogFantasy.com. Here we go on ESPN 105.9 The Zone.
When the lights are about to be turned off, you know what you need. Because you gotta somehow make that paper, right?
Money! Show me the money!
You come to the right place for that. Because it's time for Bo Bounds to
Show me the money!
show you the...
Show Me the Money brought to you by the Timeout Lounge, Sportsbook, Full Bar and Grill, inside the Golden Moon Casino on the property of Pearl River Resort. Now, that's a fun game day. Grab 3 or 4 buddies, Sportsbook, table games, golf, cap it out with Philip M's Steakhouse, recognized by Wine Spectator, PearlRiverResort.com. We welcome in our friend, Diamond Dave Bartoo. Diamond Dave joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. And you heard the intro, Bartoo. You have to somehow make that paper, right?
Gotta make that paper. You made it last week if you bet the dogs, baby.
Hail State, my man.
Dude, it never ceases to amaze me in September. The home underdog with the better high school recruiting talent. It never ceases to amaze me. I swear, if you just bet that every September and stop betting after 4 weeks, you'd be up money your entire life. Wow. Every single year. I mean, it just doesn't. You and I have been doing this for 7, 8, 9 years.
Yeah.
And every September we say the same thing. Home dogs with better high school recruiting talent, shove it all in, right? I mean, we cover, win, and it just keeps producing. It's nuts. This week wasn't as good as the week before, but look, the week before we had South Florida, Boise State. That was another one.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Big home underdog with equal high school recruiting, win and cover. That was 3 time zone one, though. That was a lot easier. And so no, that was exciting. But no, we got some gambling this week too. You and I wanted to focus on the SEC.
Yeah, let's start with Arkansas and Ole Miss, Diamond Dave.
Right. Well, let me give everybody a real quick background on what I'm doing.
Okay,
right?
Do it.
Because most everybody out there builds a model and goes, okay, I expect, Ole Miss to win 31.4 to 24.3, blah, 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 blah. And I'm always focused on following the trends, right? And now that we have AI computing, I can do trends that I could never do before, right? I can find things, even a side example, okay, like parsing out Arizona State and their 4th down behavior. Now imagine a report which it provided, right? It broke down Arizona State 4th down behavior by the quarter, by the situation. So remember last week when Arizona State went for it on 4th down, trailing between the 20 and midfield and 4th and more than 4? That happened 5 times last year to them. They did the same thing every time. Guess what they did on Saturday? The same damn thing. Wow. So I love being able to try to find the trends inside the numbers. So I applied it to sports betting. I took 10 years of college football betting and every play and every drive, and I fed it in and said, okay, show me the money, right? Where are all the good angles at, or potential angles, in these football games. So you want to go Arkansas, Ole Miss. Now, the consensus spread on that, it opened, it looked like it was -8.5, -9. Do you have your Timeout Lounge numbers up in front of you at all?
It's -8.5.
Okay, it's -8.5. So this game is really in no man's land. You got -8.5. I've seen -9 out there. The consensus total is 62. The talent gap is over 10 in favor of Ole Miss, which is it's a nice talent gap. So, but the numbers that we're looking for in week 3, and for everybody listening out there, at this point, the AI agent is looking at performance of the last 10 years between week 2 and week 4, not the whole season, because college football changes. Conference games change things as well. So this is a conference game, and right now, neither one of these numbers, both of them, if you go over or under 62, if you bet Ole Miss or Arkansas, both of these are under 54% win rates. You know, so these are coin flip numbers where they're at right now. So and where they have to be in order to bet them as a conference game, it's too much of a move in this one.
Okay. Dave Bartoo, Diamond Dave on the Out of Bounds Show. Show Me the Money, brought to you by Pearl River Resort. Georgia at Tennessee. And this just moved this morning, a point down. So it's Georgia laying 3.5. Bartoo.
Right, and this is why we want to get on early opens, and maybe you and I can start doing this on Monday mornings before everybody gets up.
Sure.
Because that's when some of the juicy numbers are. But, so what the agent said on the open, road team, SEC road team in September, okay, hits -2.5 or less, that's a plus 60% win rate.
Wow.
Okay. So Georgia, I think, did it open at 2.5?
No, it was at 4.5.
It was at 4.5. Okay, so we're watching the trend down. Okay, so this is why this has some googly eyes. So we're watching it to see if this gets pushed down even further. If it gets down to 2.5, we're grabbing Georgia. Okay. Where it's at right now, 3.5. Nope, we're not doing it. Okay, and even the open at 4.5, not doing it. So we're looking for that 2.5. Now the other one that comes into play here is the total. I'm at 50 right now, and it's on my watch list. I don't think it's going to get there, but if it hits 48, folks, we hit that. That's over 60% over the last 10 years as well. That's plus ROI. So with Georgia, Tennessee, we're looking for two things. We're looking for 48 to go over, and we're looking for -2.5 to lay the points. Take Georgia, lay the points on the road. That's been a winner in September in conference, in SEC conference play over the last 10 years. We're not going to get to the higher level. The next band of totals would be getting up to 56. Where we'd go under. We're not going to get there. We're not moving from 50 to 56. Right. It's just too big of a move, especially with that Georgia defense. So those are the two numbers, though, that I think everybody should have circled in that football game heading into Saturday. And you don't know when those are going to pop up. So just keep your eye on them, folks.
Bartoo's Bangers, brought to you by Pearl River Resort. Florida, by the way, Bartoo's going to load everything on Patreon. Is that right, Bartoo?
Yeah, everything will be this whole new AI system. I'll tweet it out, the link for it. But all college, all NFL is going to be like $10 a month. And the cool thing about this is I can keep up with it, right? I mean, it spits these reports out Sunday night. It was done with college football. Done while I'm sleeping. Right? All I got to do is talk about it. NFL, it's done Monday morning, waits for the Monday night football game, and it's done already. So we can catch opens, then we can catch what we need to watch. We can catch closing lines. It does everything at once for me. So I think it's pretty cool.
Dave Bartoo on the Out of Bounds Show. Let's go Florida at LSU. LSU laying 9.5.
Yeah, like, something. It was interesting. Is the first pass, the agent liked this one, but then it ran another pass, and it was like, oh, this is a SEC versus SEC in September. It was on Florida, just to let you know. It was on Florida right off the bat. Opening line plus 9.5. It was all over Florida, which personally I was like, well, why not? Because LSU hadn't looked that good. Right? I mean, you and I were talking about it on Saturday. It's like, look, Clemson looks like crap versus Troy. They're down 16-0. Why wouldn't you take the worst active head coach in college football, Sonny Cumbie at Louisiana Tech, plus 35.5? And that thing covered easily. So I'm not buying, actually, Florida, LSU. I'm not buying either one of these right now. So personally, I like the 9.5. The agent was like, it was like 57% Florida covers, SEC covers as a road dog in this situation. It just wasn't big enough to say bet it. But by the numbers, the lean is toward Florida to cover. On the total, it's at 49, and that's really no man's land in the SEC in September. We're looking for 45.5, 46 to go over, 55.5, 56,
All right,
57.
Bartoo, I know you got to get out of here in just a minute, but I got the total at 54.5.
Oh, it's up to 54.5 right now. Okay, so we're looking at 55.5.
Okay,
we're looking at 55.5. If it hits 55.5, that's a green light to go under. That's a 60+% winner in SEC games over the last 10 years.
Okay,
and we're good. I got another 7 minutes.
Okay. All right, Dave Bartoo on the Out of Bounds show. Jackson, you need to be taking notes because you need to win this weekend. All right, Bartoo's Bangers brought to you by the Golden Moon Casino Sportsbook and Lounge. Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's laying 6.5, Bartoo.
Laying 6.5, right? It opened at 7. Money's coming in on A&M. But this one here, too big of a spread. This one runs about 52-53% winner, depending on which side, on the road side. So the money's coming in on the right side, but there's just not a lot of room right there. And again, what's your total that you have on this one?
I've got 50.5.
Okay, it's moved up. Okay, open was 49.5. It's moving up. Again, we kind of have a no man's land spot when it comes down to that one. Let me flip through here and see what we can. Oh, Alcorn State, Mississippi State. God, it'd be great if it modeled something like that, wasn't it? It had Austin Peay to cover against Georgia last week. So, and I was like, I ain't betting that. Are you nuts?
And they did.
And then, of course, it hits, and I'm like, son of a gun. You build your own model and you teach it everything, and then you don't listen to it. Bet right now, Vanderbilt, South Carolina. I got 48. What's your number on the total on that one?
I got 48.5.
Okay, it's moving up. It was bet now. This thing was green light at 48. Actually, 45.5 all the way up to 48.
Wow.
SEC games in September was a bet over. So if you can get 48, if it bops down, and there might be a book out there, right, that is at 48. That is one that we want to hit right now. And another over, Wisconsin and Alabama. I'm at 46.5. Boom. Again, that's right in that winning band range in September, over 46.5 for Alabama, Wisconsin.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. 46.5. Wisconsin, Bama. And then you hit on Vanderbilt and South Carolina. All right. Do you want to you want to keep it there?
How about Dak and the Cowboys? Got to talk Cowboys real quick, right?
I'm in.
Right? So what we're looking at, this opened at Cowboys at home -3, interdivisional game. All right? -3 is nothing. If it goes to +3.5 for the Giants, that is an 11.7% return on your bet. It wins 62.5% of the time. So the Giants, if you get +3.5, we're grabbing that. Now on the flip side,
it's -5.5.
It's -5.5. Son of a gun, it moved quick. You know,
Cowboys -5.5.
Okay, well, Giants, anything over +3.5. So we're on the Giants.
Okay.
Period. We're on the Giants, period. I was going to say if it got down to -2.5 for the Cowboys, that one is a 59.3% win against the spread. It'd have been a fun middle. It'd have been great. Now, lines move. So if somehow it gets pushed down to Cowboys -2.5, and you can be sitting at Giants +3.5, +4, +5, man, you can try to middle that thing. That is a great middle. Right now what's your total at it? I got it at 43.
I have it at 44.5.
44.5. So it's moved up since this was run. 43.5. 43 is a 57% hit rate. ROI is 5.8%. So it's moving the wrong direction. If it comes back down, folks, looking for 43. And if you want to go straight money line, a home NFL team in September at -3, that wins 60% of the time. ROI is about 7% on that one on the Cowboys money line. So lots of options there. Keep an eye on those lines and see if it comes down so you can get the other side of it if you want.
All right, one more in 1 minute. 49ers at the Saints. 49ers -4.5. Bartoo.
So let's see here. Is there any? I'm trying to scroll up right now. Is there any special things with that game? Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football?
No, it's a noon kickoff here.
Okay, cool. So this is just a basic football game when it comes down to that. Then in the Niners are at home, right?
No, it's so 49ers at New Orleans, and it's -4.5 San Fran. And the total is 41.5.
Okay. 4.5 is a funky number. We're looking for 3.5 on this. If it gets down to 3.5, that is a cover 61% of the time for the road team on that one. So watch on that line only if it moves down. If it moves up, we got to get near 6. That's a long ways to go. And then as far as the total goes right now, what number are you sitting at?
41.5.
41.5. Okay. We're over on that one.
40.5. I'm sorry. I just refreshed.
Yeah.
I just refreshed and it went from 41.5 to 40.5.
They said these things move. These things move. So 41.5 in September. So I'm just going to give this out there for the rest of the month in September. If it opens 41.5 or less,
okay,
you're taking the over on all of them.
Boom. Boom. All right, you got to get out of here. Good job.
Take it easy, buddy.
All right, find everything, all the picks on Patreon. Dave Bartoo on Patreon, and he joined us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line, brought to you by our friends at Pearl River Resort.